Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and today we are going to learn about the types of lighting we have in Unreal Engine. So we're gonna go step by step. So today we're gonna learn about directional light and point light. So let's dwell into the theory part, and then we'll go to the Unreal practical part. So let's go for it. What type of lights do we have in Unreal? So just go there. So if we talk about basic lighting in Unreal Engine, we have the directional lights, the point lights, the spotlight, the rect light, skylight, HDRI backdrop, and emissive light. Now let's touch on these points one by one. Okay. Before touching on those points, I have one, a quote which I can say: a good model with bad lighting looks average, but an average model with a good lighting looks cinematic. Now, why do we say that? Now, for example, I have now take this cube as a model, a car or something like that. And if my lighting looks average in this scene, but the model is really good, it won't connect with people. It won't connect, realistically also. So, a good lighting plays a very important role. So, we need to make that very clear in our head. That a good lighting is what makes a 3D model or a 3D game or a 3D movie look really fantastic. Okay. Yep, my power is down. Let me just charge it. Yeah. So now that let's touch upon the first light. So very basic. Let's start from very basic. So it's directional light. Now what's directional light? Basically, directional light is nothing but it acts like a sunlight or a light for the whole scene. Okay, so that's what a directional light is. A basic understanding. So now let's open Unreal Engine. So here in Unreal Engine, now again we will make a project. Now we'll just name it lighting underscore tutorial. It's I always prefer maximum, but you can put scalable also view. So let's select scalable. Yeah, let's not take a risk going for maximum. It depends on you. What do you like and what do you select? So let's start this. Now what we're going to do is we don't want this scene, so let's start and let's open a new level here, a basic level. Okay, let's save the level as lighting underscore T or tutorial, whatever you want to save it as. Now let's see what direction light is. Now let me remove everything here. Skylight will come upon this also. So let's remove everything here once. Now we only have the directional light. Now let me just hide it. You see, once I hide the directional light, there's nothing in the scene. So it's like literally unlit. It's just blank. It's black. It's all dark and we can't see anything right here. So we just enable it, and then it just affects the whole scene. Okay, that's a directional light. So now let me remove this too. Okay, here, let's put lights on it. Let's bring our first light as the directional light. See? Okay. Now let me add some environment. So to get the real feel of a directional light, we tend to add these atmosphere and all because we are dealing with the whole scene right here. So we are dealing with the whole scene right here. So let's take a cube. Okay. Now our directional light is coming from coming from this direction. So that's the red, like this, towards us. So it's coming literally, it's booming on from this particular angle, like this. And the shadow is forming here. Now I want to change it. I want to, make it come from the left or the right or the back. I want the direction light to change, keep on changing. So for that, we just press Ctrl L. We get this. Now you can see the angle where the directional light is at. Just turn it to the right, it goes here. More, it goes behind. Left, it goes here. So as we rotate the angle, it keeps on changing. As I go up, it's booming from the top. If I go down, it's becoming very, an evening type mood. Let's see. Like this. So it sets the tone, basically it sets the tone for the whole scene. So that's basically a directional light. Look at that. Nice. It sets up the scene. It's like the sun. Basically, it's like the sun for our, for our scene, or our game, or for our animations. It acts like a sun. Okay. Now, if I want to do some, changes in the directional light, here we have a lot of options to select from. We have a lot of options. So if I go to direction light, I open this. I can set my intensity. Now it's at 10. What will happen if I set it to 5? A bit lower down. If I set it to 2, a bit more lower. Now I want to change the light color. I can change the light color too. See, it's affecting the whole scene. It's affecting the whole scene we have here. See, it became purple. The whole scene has become purple. So with direction light, we have to make sure that it's not going to affect our product or our vehicle or static mesh. It's going to affect the whole surrounding of it. So it acts like a tube light. We have, in tube light in homes, it acts like that. So if you change the color of the tube light to yellow, it changes the whole room's color. It's like that. Okay, so we need to obviously, keep in mind, and it does not, stick to one particular object. It's universal directional light. So let's keep it that way. That's much more, easier to understand. Then we have the source angle. I can make the source angle small. I can make the source angle is basically, we are dealing with the height of the sun, like the sun of the scene. So let me just make it 50. See how that comes up to be beautiful. It comes up to be like, a big whole planet we have here. So let's keep that. If we even put use temperature, we can play around with the temperature. Now look at that. Look at that. Now, with this one thing, with this one click, the whole environment changes. We can remove, if I don't want shadows, I can remove shadows. We can click shadows, affects the world. See, now here it does not affect the world. If I press it, it affects the whole world. It's basically like that. So direction light is very simple to understand. It's a light that acts like a light for the whole scene. Okay, and then you can set up all your things. So this is about directional light. Okay. Let's go back to our Milanote. So directional light. I will provide this Milanote image, or if you want the whole PDF in a drive, so which you guys can go through obviously and have a better understanding. Then you have point light. Now what's point light? Let's understand that. So go back to Unreal Engine. I'll remove directional light as well. I'll just take a screenshot. It looks really beautiful. So I'll just do that. So I'll just remove the direction. Perfect. Now we come to point light. Now we have everything is dark. We can't see anything. We can't see the land. We can see the cube, but it's still dark. So what do? Now, point light is basically, let's go to Milano, I'll just explain that. Point light is a type of light which emits light in equal directions from one point. So you have one point like a bulb, like a LED light, and it emits light from one point, but it goes in multiple directions. It scatters. Scattering is the main word I would use. Like our indoor lighting, bulb, candles and all that. So it emits lights in all directions. Okay, so let's see. So why do we use it? We can say for bulb, lamp, small light sources in games. You have seen that pickup option and there's some light on that particular object. We use point light for that. So let's see how do we do that. For example, if I so the second one point. Now this is a point light bulb or something like that. You can see the source angle is a bit too big here, and it would be good if I put. I'll do one thing. We'll put the directional light and we'll see through that. Yep. It's too dark here, right? So let's take light. Point. Let's take this light. Let's put it here. Let's go to Fab. Let's search for. Let's search for lamp. Do we have any lamp? Yep, we have two lamps right here. Stick this. Stick a table lamp. Perfect. Let that come in. Let's save up it. So one more thing in Unreal Engine, it's not related to lighting, but always keep on saving your project because Unreal acts a little bit, a bit off sometimes, so it can crash. So just be careful on that. So let's get the lamp. Let's put the lamp now. Let's see it's coming. Static meshes. Yep, table lamp. We go to static meshes. We take the table. Okay. Here now, here we have a point light. Okay. So point light, we need to use it in lamp. So let's see. We have this lamp right here. Let's bring it over here somewhere. Let's take it over. Now you can see that the point light is working in the lamp. Perfectly, right near the bulb. See? So point light is used for this. So basically, if I now go to the point light, I change the intensity to 3. Let's try to 1. And 1 is better. Lumens or also attention radius. So this basically talks about how big is the lamp or how big is the light we have. If we have a street light, we need to increase this a lot. If we have just a small lamp, it's better if we just keep our radius. Now let's keep it 15. Let's keep it 100. So let's keep it 50. Yeah. So 50. See. Now point light's basic work is for for small bulbs, candles, fire, something like that. It's used for that. Okay. And basically, if I even give a shape here, the phone. I put a phone here. very, very small phone that I put on the table, it will emit a shadow. See, see clearly. It will emit a shadow. If I tilt it like this, see, it's emitting a smooth shadow. So with point light also you get smooth shadow. So in games, in animations, on any industry, in films, 3D, you use point light just to specify a particular thing or a particular spot. Okay. So if a key is kept here, so I will specify it from this point light. Smooth. Okay. This was point light, and then there's a direction light. So by now we have understand what direction light is and what point light is. Direction light affects the whole scene, whereas point light affects only a particular point in the scene. Okay, and we use point light for lamps and all those stuff. Okay. So guys, we'll go one by one. So now we have finished with direction light and point light. In the next chapter, we will learn about the HDRI lights, your spotlight, and your rect light. So stay tuned for the next tutorial. Thank you.